How's it going? Oh, not doing that again. Okay. We had a pretty decent playthrough on Final Fantasy XII. Things got a little bumpy. But they ended up going very smoothly towards the end there. So tonight, what's left is we're going to stream some more Final Fantasy XIV, try to wrap up things here with Hildy in the Realm Reborn region, get things ready for Hildy and his Heavensward events, and hopefully for future Stormblood events we'll be Hildy ready. And also I wanted to make a brief announcement for something actually dropping tomorrow. The Rising, a missing minstrel and perilous pest problem. The mission is actually called A Reoccurring Bug. You can find it in Ul'dah Steppes of Nald at X 10.7 and Y 10.2. There's going to be some new items that drop, a few minions. We get the Lease minion, the Gosetsu minion, orchestration rolls, to be exact, the Rising Balloon furnishing, and Magic Prism seasonal miscellany. It's like flowers. It's kind of like just like a little thing that you can do, though it's seasonal. And that drops tomorrow. And it goes all the way up until September 14th. So tomorrow at 8 AM you can be looking for a reoccurring bug in Ul'dah. So that is actually out there for anybody interested in that extra quest coming in. A reoccurring bug for anybody that may want that Gosetsu minion or Lease. Hopefully we can get quite a bit accomplished tonight. I'm going to jump out of here in about 2.5 hours, maybe a little bit earlier. Dissidia Final Fantasy NT, or New Tale if you will, drops tonight, so I would really love to be at the head of this event, and hopefully all will go smoothly. So we'll transition tonight out of 14 into Dissidia for anybody that can actually make it. So enough of my rando what's to come banter and what's going down. Let's dive into Final Fantasy XIV here. As long as things would go smoothly on my end. Things were pretty crazy here last night, where Hildebrand was actually turned into a zombie. And hopefully we can actually cure him or remedy of him. Things should be going well with that. So, let's jump in. Let's talk to Hildebrand's mother. Ooh, wind up gentleman. Manderville Coatee. Manderville Bottoms. Most gentlemanly. What are you doing dilly-dallying around here? Let me jog your memory. There's a moonsick maid digging around all the Sildi excavation site with her mind set on turning Ul'dah into the land of the walking dead. Your concern for Hildy is most touching, but don't ye worry. Mommy Dearest isn't going to let her beloved son kick the bucket that easily. Let's go check out this excavation site. The closest area looks like Blackbrush Station. I'm so excited for Dissidia. Pretty sure I already know who my first team is going to be. And hopefully it plays out well. I've been trying to think of fundamentals of battle here. I know you're going to need 3 characters and you actually have to worry about all of their health. So that's going to be a really different aspect in a fighting game. Felice! Oh, that would suck to go all the way down. Oh, hell, that would suck. Before we go too much farther, let's go ahead and get the summon out. We'll run Ifrit today for now. What is up, Mel? How's it going? Mel Rot. Red! Glad you can make it. Things got so bumpy there at the end of 12 Red. So bumpy. We've managed to track down Miss Ellie just up ahead. Where your friends watch over her as we speak. Yet, no matter how many times we try to reach out to her, she refuses to so much as answer. Needless to say, we considered physically incapacitating her. But that crate she's sitting on isn't just a makeshift chair. It's filled to the brim with the traitor's sperm. One mishap, and the consequences could be dire indeed. You are our only hope, Tonberry. Even in her single-minded rage, surely the time you spent together must still count for something. You need not put yourself in undue danger. I'll only ask that you step forth to where your voice may be heard and call out to your friend's name. I beg of you, Tonberry. Surely, if anyone can convince the woman to abandon her madness, it is you. With the chat and save, use your keyboard or the software keyboard and call out to Ellie and convince your erstwhile friend and companion to listen to reason. Okay, we're gonna scream at Ellie. They are not hidden whatsoever. Inkiru! Whoa. There we go. Can't even target Ellie. No, come on. Okay, we'll just go over here and say it. Untargeted. How did it say? Exclamation point? Yes. It's like she's in a trance. Tonberry, I suggest you leave this place while you still can. I bear you no grudge, but should you think so much as interfering, I'll not hesitate to turn you into a zombie too. Never expected this. So it was you after all. Consider me disappointed. Your sister, Ceci, is already in custody. Surrender now, and I will see that no harm befalls her. How little you understand us, Inspector. Then again, how could one born into a life of power and privilege ever hope to understand? Ceci and I have no family, no friends, no fortune, nothing. Two sisters against the world, with only our quest for justice to give us meaning. Long ago, we made a vow. Should the worst happen, our mission takes priority over all, yes, over our own wretched lives. Do you see now? Anything I might have once had to lose, I lost long ago. Now stand down or suffer the same fate as the Uldon dogs you would defend. Ellie, stop this madness. She's gone crazy. I'm sorry, Inspector. That's a lot of zombies. There's too many of them. All in a day's work. Shit. Godbert going at it. Oh, poor Nashir. Gilgamesh wrecking shit. He's got some sharp teeth. You only delayed the inevitable. I have an entire legion of undead at my beck and call. Face it, it's only with the Inspector Hildebrand's ridiculously good fortune that you made it this far. And he's as good as 6 fulhams under. Not really. Be forewarned, girl. Know that I speak from experience when I say underestimate Hildy. And you do so at your own peril. I'm afraid you underestimate me as well. No mere splash of holy water can stave off the effects of the traitor's spurn. I fear the good inspector's luck has finally run out. Thal's balls, is there no end to them? I'm not liking our chances, Greg. Was it? It's a shame to lose you, Tonberry. Warrior of light you are. You might have served one last purpose for us. Go forth, my zombie minions. Uh-oh. Hildy's here, and he commands the undead. Is it really him? It is! The music's playing. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend. In the righteous glare, bugger me with a broadsword, are my eyes to be believed? That pose. No, these are not 4 warriors of light that I see. They're 4 gentlemen of light. Just so my good man, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has made his triumphant return. Did you miss me? The bald guy. Ah, we meet again, girl. Tell me you've got my Snurble tonic, or I'll fashion myself a wig from your lovely locks after I've ripped them clean off your bloody head. Oh, hello there, Mr. Elazar. Core, you're looking absolutely resplendent today. Impossible. The holy water couldn't have cured him. It didn't. Fortunately, our overlord spent quite some time building up an immunity to zombie powder. When we heard that Master Zombiebrand was at risk of joining an actual dead, we knew we had to take action. An immunity to... I'm just gonna pretend that it makes any kind of sense. The game is up, Miss Hildy. Pray abandon this madness. Besides, plots of mass murder hardly suit a lady like yourself. Not so much of a lady anymore. It's over. It's all over, Inspector Bjarden. You said there was something you would tell me when all this was through. I imagine you have no words for me now. Really? Your powers of deduction are wanting. You said that you had lost everything and everyone you had to lose, did you not? As for me, I found something, someone with whom I intend to never part. I care not if it takes years or even decades. When you emerge from your gel, still a free woman, I will be there. What say you? I mean, how could you turn the guy down? You just tried to destroy the realm, and he's like, yeah, when you get out of prison, we're all good. Make amends. Miss Ellie, while the crimes perpetrated by you and your sister are unpardonable, you are far from the only ones guilty. On behalf of the syndicate, I offer my apologies for the false aspirations cast upon your ancestors. You said that the nation of Old Daw was built on lies. Seeing what I have seen today, I cannot deny your words. It will not be an easy task to rewrite, nay, restore history, but know this. I will do everything in my power to bring the truth to the fore. No, this got awkward. We're not forgetting someone here. And by someone, I mean me. If you're quite done playing Cloak and Dagger, I require Tonberry's presence for it, a matter of far greater importance. The time of our too long delayed confrontation is nigh. You have the worst timing. Why the long face, friend? Ah, but mayhap this will have you singing a happier tune. Could it be the treaty blade, and the truant at that? None other. And I have not the slightest intention of parting with it. Save to the one who would defeat me in single combat. Ah, but I misspeak. It will not be single combat this time. Is that my cue, old friend? Oh, shit. Is it in Kidu? Thou be merciful. What is that abomination? Some new breed of Voidsent. Abomination? I'll thank you to address my companion with curiosity, girl. Ah, but 'twas the most curious thing. There I was, hauling a crate full of crystals for Hildy's mother, and thinking how much better things would be if my dear friend Enkidu were here. Then came a flash from the heavens, and the next thing I knew, there she was. Primal Enkidu. By the gods, it makes perfect sense. Doubtless the crystals heard Greg's heartfelt plea, summoning forth his friend, nay, no mere friend, but rather the primal Enkidu. And the world has now completely and utterly ceased to be bound by the laws of logic. Tonberry, you have bested me in the past, but facing the two of us together will not prove so easy a task. And yet, I trust you will not shirk from it the challenge. Enkidu, and I shall await you at the Emperor Keep. This should be fun. 'Tis a ways from here. But what better venue for our cinematic confrontation? If you would claim the treaty blade and then claim it from me as a warrior, to the skies, Enkidu. To the skies. 2 against 1. That is not very gentlemanly of you, Greg. Come, Tonberry. To Omdapor. This is a great development indeed. To think that one man could summon a primal on his own. I must send word to the Scions at once. It's on. Right there. Yo. Oh, but of course. I had near forgotten we had a warrior of Lot in our very midst. Please, Tonberry, you are our only hope to slay the primal and reclaim the blade. Okay. How far away are we here? Go to the quarry mill. Dissidia! It's only 2 hours away. The wait is killing me. So, anybody willing to hit up the chat? Who would you like to see get added to the Dissidia roster? What character have they not used? Or side character that's just, you know, most likely not going to be added to the roster, at least not, you know, right off the rip. Who would you like to see? Personally, it's kind of a tie between 3 characters for me right now. 4. Let's say 4. 8 from Final Fantasy Top 0. Zell from Final Fantasy VIII. Then Sopher from Final Fantasy VIII. I would love to see him get a spot to it as well. And now Gilgamesh. Just seeing things from tonight, a little bit last night, events from the past, older games and titles. His attitude just fits Dissidia, and it would be awesome to see him make the cut. What is up, Jay Green? Rosaline. Lulu. That would be really cool from Final Fantasy X. I could only imagine that she would play out awesome with her little Moogles. Set it down on the ground, cast some awesome magic, Moogle come around the back, sneak attack. No! Oh shit. It's all stormy. You know, I would really like to see so many characters get added to that roster, no kidding. Smog station sale is killing my wallet. What have you got? What cool little things have you bought from the Mog station? And speaking of that, I said it at the beginning of the video. There's actually an event going down tomorrow for chancing everybody to. Oh, look at Hildy Brand. Such an usual, very usual position to find him in. But yeah, it should be Rosaline. She might be kind of slow with her dress, though. Could be. Could be. Waka would be really cool to see as well. Honestly, I think most of the Final Fantasy X characters would work really well. Aside from Yuna, and that's only because of her summons. It just seems like that could really get tricky. Is that you, Tonberry? Pray forgive me. I was right on Greg's tail when I encountered a subterranean curiosity that demanded my immediate attention. I will be concluding my investigation forthwith, but in the meantime, I might trouble you to entertain Greg and his primal friend in my stead. Together, we will reclaim the treaty blade from that knife. Tonberry, yes. Just go on ahead. I'll be along directly. Got the giant Moogle mount, the black yukata, and a gold wedding band so far. Gold wedding band. Battle in the big keep. Let's get it lined up. Oh, what else was? Looks like something else was clicked there. False alarm. Let's hope this doesn't take too long. 13 minutes. So let's find something to do kind of quickly. Let's go to the locks. Let's see if maybe Ixiel's around. That'd be pretty fun. Yuna was on the PSP version. Really? Was she good? I never actually played too much of the PSP versions. Only because at the time it was just like a really weird period for me with handhelds. Give bees a chance. It's not looking like the weather's clear. These weird periods of killing Tom. What is up, Karumi? How's it going? We're waiting on Hildy to start. Well, technically, Gilgamesh and Enkidu. And I'm also trying to find something to kill a little bit of time until we get to that point. Her combat style was fast-paced and she used her summons as spells, basically. Oh, that's cool. Waiting 40 minutes for this instance earlier today. That is a weird coincidence. Luckily, so far we're at 13. Probably about 15 at the most. We're about 4 minutes in. So surely it won't take too long. We'll just accept one of these random quests here. Best sounding one. What is this? Fletching suggestion. Yeah, we'll do that one. Why not? Oh, send in the armor. I've already talked myself into the other one. Supriya appears enchanted by the idea of pheasant feathers. You are the strider who slew the Siri Lakshmi. Would you hear my humble request? I have heard tales of Cloudkin known as Pheasant, and I desire to claim some few of his feathers. Alas, I am ordered to hold this position, and so I shall. My sisters who patrol the mountain paths speak of beautiful winged creatures soaring through the air above the road. Perhaps the feathers I seek might be found fallen here and there. Please, Strider, venture to this high place your people call the Royal Hunting Grounds, and gather all the pheasant feathers you can find. Not a problem. The joys of Flot. Honestly expected to have to fight pheasants. Didn't think it would just be a gathering mission. Surprise, surprise. You know what? I just feel a little weird not fighting something on this mission, so let's do it anyway. Where are you at, Ifrit? I would really like to see Kumari come as well, speaking of Final Fantasy X characters. He's so underrated and it kills me. That's along with Freya from Final Fantasy IX. Ugh. Why can't we not see them? What is the hate they have for the Dragoon class? Luckily we've got Estinian here in 14, filling that rank. Do not tell me, because I'm Lalafell, I cannot obtain this. Okay, there's a door. One more. It'll probably be easier just looking from above. that's all the feathers. Did you find the feathers I sought? Yes, these are more beautiful than I imagined. The resistance fighters I spoke with say the hunting grounds were maintained for the pleasure of Alamegan royal family. They say pheasants were sent as gifts from the nobles of other lands and allowed to breed for the purpose of hunting stock. I wish they'd add more characters they haven't used already. Yeah, I honestly believe the same thing. Didn't really ever get to play Dissidia too much back in the day when it came out. The most I'd really ever actually played was on the old PC here, and it was just honestly emulated very poorly. And I only played a handful of characters, but I wish they would kind of lay off just the whole main character aspect. I know that that's kind of their thing, going after the most popular and, you know, basically the main character of the game, but it would be really cool to see him branch off of that and get into other enemies not on the usual roster. Pheasant feathers being resilient yet supple were prized as fletching and used to make arrows of the highest quality. As such, it seems they were hunted to such an extent that the once prolific creatures became a rarity. I do not care to kill when it was not needful, but the feathers have already fallen. Then I see no reason to waste them. Thank you, Slayer of Sri Lakshmi. I shall soon have fine new arrows for my bow. Let's travel to another area, somewhere I'm actually curious about. Less than 2 hours. Less than 2 hours. The Dissidia countdown is real. Rainy. The gale that rocks the cradle. Thunderstruck. I will never make it there. I just want to see what it is. It's gone. That's what it is. And the weather has cleared up. Damn. Well, if that's not a bummer. It probably wasn't anything too crazy. Okay. The long maintenance on Tuesday. going to be down for several hours. I'm not really sure. I haven't actually heard too much. I do know of some new content being added. We're getting a pretty good amount of things. I just know of one mission in Ul'dah that is it's going to be able to potentially give you the Gotsetsu wind-up minion and the least wind-up minion, 2 orchestration rolls, and some sort of kind of like a floral gesture. Oh, this weight is just too real right now. Let's go back to here. Let's think. What's our currency? $315. We don't really have enough for anything at Rolger's reach, but we can go do some more missions. We did all the missions here. Let's go to the next place over. There's a lot we didn't do there. Oh, right. I don't know if there's a mender over there or not, so I'm going to actually do this first. Sui no Sato. There's a lot to do here. Kurinai. Oh yeah, this is where we want to go. Though these things aren't too helpful. There's a nice little story here. Princess Kurinai is ready to divulge her great secret. The hour of truth is upon us, yet I am unsure where to begin. The Ruby Princess, who quietly slumbers on, Perhaps this will be easier to explain if you could look upon her as I speak. Please follow me. Shuosai will be bringing her out shortly. He should be but a few moments longer. Oh, Hisui, why do you refuse to open your eyes? Tonberry, is there something you must know? I am not the Ruby Princess' younger sister. In fact, she has no sister. I, Kurinai, am the sole heiress to the throne and the true Ruby Princess. The slumbering girl before you goes by the name of Hisui, and is my dearest friend. We have known one another since childhood. My grace, I am entirely to blame. Had I been more prepared, more aware, Lady Hisui would not be in this sorry state. You see, a few days ago, we received visitors from the outside. They had come to perform a court ritual to protect the Ruby Princess from any potential dangers. We decided to conceal her true identity. Choco, you gotta chill. No. I had her lady in waiting. Hisui, take her place. As she and her highness bear a great resemblance to each other, something owing to the fact that they are distant blood relatives, I was confident no one would notice the switch. I was right. That is why, when proceeding commenced, it was Lady Hisui who became possessed by the terrible fiend they summoned, and now, well, you can see for yourself what has become of her. To mitigate such disaster, severe restrictions on who can enter and exit Hisui of the Violet Tides have always been in place. In fact, even the Ruby Princess is forbidden by law to leave its gates. When the wraith after wraith began appearing, however, I was left with a little choice. I whisked her highness away to the village and had her lie that she was Princess Kurenai, the Ruby Princess's sister. Kurenai was the name I had before my mother passed away, and I assumed the title of Ruby Princess. It was also the name Hisui would call me growing up. For as far back as I can remember, she was there for me from the best of times to the worst of times. All laughter and tears we shared. Hisui is truly where it ends. Forgive me, my grace. This is my fault. If only there was a way I could go back and prevent all this. Shiosai, there is nothing to forgive. None of us could have predicted this would happen. You are no more to blame for what has happened than I am. Tonberry, now you know everything. I hope you do not think any less of me. For you have got to chill. Now that everything here has been settled, I shall be departing from Sui no Sato. The cure to Hisui's condition can only be found above. I know this because, as Ruby Princess, it was my duty to study all the available writings at the palace. Very well, my grace. Where would you have us go? No, Shiosai. I will be embarking upon this quest on my own. You will be staying here. The people need you to protect them in my absence. Her Highness has made it clear that she would have me remain behind. Master Tonberry, might you accompany her in my stead? While Lady Hisui's body remains, her soul has long departed. I fear that no amount of rest or magics can cure her. I can only hope that in traveling with you, it will make it easier for Her Highness to come to terms with the tragic fate of her friend. Until such time, she must face this truth. However, I ask, nay, beg, that you keep her safe. Go away, black screen or something. Oh yeah, good. Perfect timing. This is going to be fun. Enkiru. Battle in the Big Keep. At long last we meet again on the battlefield. I dare say Enkidu shall come to enjoy our tussles as much as I. You, however, might not find this one enjoyable unless you enjoy getting pounded senseless. Love the music. Oh, what the hell? Oh shit. Missile? That's unexpected. Whoa. Gilgamesh better check himself. Get away, chicken Enkidu. Damn, I did not mean to bang. Ooh. Fight on, Enkidu, my forever faithful. Enkidu, are the bonds of our friendship so fragile? Very good party. Me run away? Ha! I was but seeking a more suitable spot. Something. But enough exposition now? We fight like men, and ladies who dress like men. For Gilgamesh, it is transmogrifying time. What is he gonna transmog into? Oh shit, he's got all the arms. Ah, you have some skill. The mightiest warrior ever to grace a big story yet. Prepare yourself. They started without us. Is it sealed off? Yeah, it's sealed off. Bummer. We'll watch everybody else beat Gilgamesh then. Don't you hate it when you get put into one of these queues with a bunch of people who've already done this like 1,000 times? It's helpful, you get through it, but participation's always more fun. Being on the sideline sucks. Yeah, we'll at least monitor from a different aspect. It'd be nice if there was actually a spectator view that you could do. If you did not get the chance to enter and the party went on without you, if you could go into a spectator view, sort of like how it is when your body's laying dead on the ground. It's better than, yeah. This isn't so bad though. The only thing that sucks is I am not learning a single mechanic here. that would be a good idea. Yeah, I believe so too. I mean, it's just because, like this, I mean, it's cool to be able to watch moral support, verbal moral support, you know, to the team, but you don't really see many of the mechanics, even outside of this and this view here. You don't really get to see a whole lot of the mechanics come into play. Gilgamesh is in the mood for dancing. No, the mighty Gilgamesh will not be defeated. Let me feel fish on the stick. Yeah, that's very true. I always like to watch the cutscenes at least the first time around. You know, after that I'll skip them, but the first time around, you know, especially when you're so focused on the story. Like, we've all been attached to this story for like the last 3 days. What's the matter, friend? Only tied up. They've almost got him. And that's it. Enough expository banter. To think that my full complement of arms would avail me not. No more hijinks from Gilgamesh, you have my word. The Treaty Blade 2, I shall return, just as soon as I remember where I hid it. Ugh. Anyway, I yield to your unparalleled... shit. Back to the Hildebrand stuff. What was this? Oh, no way! We got Enkidu! Oh! Enkidu! It's ours. Poor Greg. You got the green chicken. I sure did. The green chicken. I lied. Again, like a rug. You can take that fuzzy old blade for all I care. I thirst for true power and not save. Holy shit, this text moves so fast. Warrior of Light, you have the proven worthy opponent, but I warn you, treasure every moment with your weapon. For as sure as day follows not, hour will come when I claim my own, till we meet again. They test me in my speed reading capabilities. I suck. And let's go ahead and actually do this. We'll jump back over here into Fathoms Below. Of course, it will be we'll keep it as like a backup for Sideline. Backup for the Sideline. What? Oh, Tonberry, have you seen Greg and his oversized avian companion? Lead me to them at once, and we shall deliver a coup de grace together. Yeah, you're a bit too late, bud. The battle has already been won. That is triumphant news, indeed. Clearly the lessons you have learned from me have not been for naught. And what's this you say? The Treaty Blade Law is hidden somewhere in the nearby wood. Worry not, my ever-loyal associate. For no buried treasure will escape the keen eye of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Now, which way was the forest again? We're in the forest. Tonberry, what news of the Primal and the Treaty Blade? It's taken care of. Remarkable. I knew the Warrior of Light would emerge triumphant. Let us hope that Inspector Hildebrand enjoys similar success in finding the blade. Such design, such craftsmanship. At once bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believe I've found the inspiration for my next masterpiece. Of course they're beautiful. They were the greatest treasures of lost Hildy. To think that they were locked away in the vaults of those that destroyed our homeland and dragged our ancestors' names through the mud. And just how did you come to know these long-lost relics? There was an ancient scroll passed down in our family, left to us by our dear grandmother. It spoke of the 4 warriors of Lot and their 4 relics, and an incantation of untold power. If we could have wielded this magic of legend, Ellie and I might still have had the last laugh. Alas, speaking of the words had no effect. Only a warrior of Lot can wield the power, or so the legend goes. What I wouldn't have gotten to see it. The ultimate achievement of the greatest mages this realm has ever known. And just what sort of incantation is this? The ring casts open the doors of justice. The wise man whispers, a verdict true. Osmia's virtue shines down from the heavens. Azima. To complete the incantation, the warrior of Lot would then hold forth the treaty blade and speak, blade in hand. I swear unto you, the legends differ as to what happens next. Damn it. But all speak of a great holy radiance shining down from the heavens. Over here, friends, Hildebrand, Ancient of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, returns with tidings most triumphant. Behold, safe in my hands, none other than the treaty blade, and the real one this time, I swear unto you. Yes, yes, just like that, I swear unto you then. Oh no. My word, whatever's this odd tingling sensation? Ridiculous. Hildebrand isn't a warrior of Lot. He's just some fool who thought he could stop the lesser moon with his own bare hands. It would seem the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us. No, the Lot. Someone stop it. It won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers wielded by this muscle-bound buffoon. He cannot catch a break. Skyward ho! Well, I dare say that proved to be a most useful incantation indeed. And so the light of justice that shone from the treaty blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the land. So the legend ended. I must say, I never expected to be quite literally a beam of light. I suppose it wouldn't have been much use to us after all. Inspector, oh Inspector, wait for me! Falls balls, Hildy. First you almost die at your poor mother's feet, and now you fly off to God knows where without even giving her a kiss goodbye. Ho ho ho, it appears that a case of wanderlust has once again struck Hildebrand, as it has many a Manderville man before him. Godspeed, my boy. When the day comes that you tire of mystery solving, your dear old man will be here to pass on to you the family art. So, in the end, the Hildy incantation of legend was wielded not by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light. Well, the treaty blade is some 6 centuries old after all. Perhaps it's not quite as sharp as it used to be. The magic that brought peace and happiness to the people of the Belladia. It was every bit as beautiful as I imagined. To think I would see it with my own eyes is nothing short of a dream won't come true. He bumbles and stumbles through yet another case, and still he manages to make a girl's dream come true. He's an amazing man, a gentleman to the end, the bloody bastard. Oh, Hildebrand. What's this? A glint in the corner of my eye, a curious scent, wafting on in winds from far-flung land. Do I smell a case? Worry not for me, my friends, for wherever the wronged want for succor, I, Hildebrand, shall... something. Shall be there. And that was the wrap of the Hildebrand quest in A Realm Reborn. Hopefully we get a small trailer of what's next. Always love the trailers. Oh yeah. The Mandragoras. Hildebrand will return. Yes, he does. Definitely does. Could you imagine that 2-year wait? I'll be there for you. Oh, let's check out the Hildebrand garb and such. Hildy. Let's check it out. We gotta at least check it out. Oh, it looks so funny. He's almost as tall as I am. Enkidu. Oh yeah, that's Enkidu, alright. But let's get Joko back out. And now there is the guest of where he is now. It's all good. The power of the internet. Oh, how funny would it be to have Hildy added into Dissidia? It'll never happen. But if it did, oh, it'd be so funny. So funny. Okay. Oh, it goes literally straight into Heaven's Ward content. So, we're gonna go to the pillars. My bad, everybody. Wrong button. We're still here. We're all good. The pillars. Oh yeah, okay. I'll probably stay on for another hour. Then I'll take a very brief break and jump into Dissidia. Hopefully we'll actually get to play it tonight. It would be such a bummer to be screwed out of that. I'd actually hoped that it would have been earlier today. Would have been the most perfect birthday present. Isn't it always weird on your birthday how, like, you start to look at the time tick down at the very end and you're like, wow, an hour and a half left. Less than an hour and a half. It's a whole nother year. The old Crozier. Crozier? Thank you, Rosaline. Thank you so much. Got it right before it was over. Me, why, I am a humble servant of Master Mutamix, charged with aiding those who wish to avail themselves of the power of the materia but lack the skills. Oh, shit. If you would know more, mayhap, I would be best if you saw it our Sunbros at the bonfire in Central Thonalon. That is not what I want to do. That's it. A gentleman falls rather than flies. I miss Heaven's Ward music. No shoe. Thank you as well, Red. Thank you so much. As you catch sight of Nashu, you cannot help but wonder if you're about to have a bad time. But it's never a bad time with Hildebrand. Well, I'll be Tonberry Disciple in the flesh. A pleasure to see you again. Wait. Is this what they call a serendipity? It is, isn't it? That settles it. You've got to help me find the inspector. Core, I was hoping you would silently agree. So, I've been trying to calculate this trajectory the inspector took when he was catapulted into the sky again. I've triple-checked my figures and concluded he must have landed somewhere here in Ishgard. Unfortunately, the investigation hasn't been proceeding as smoothly as I'd hoped. But now that you're here, we're sure to make some progress. Come, let's speak with the merchants and see if anyone had any dealings with the gentlemanly Highlander. A gentlemanly Highlander. My apologies, but I cannot say I have had dealings with the man of you describe. Good day to you, sir. You're looking for someone? A gentlemanly Highlander. I know not this man of whom you speak, but mayhap Mistress Elise does? She is well acquainted with rather a lot of merchants and noblemen. I've sold my fair share of goods to Highlander adventurers, but I'd not describe such clients as particularly gentlemanly, I'm afraid. As ever, a warm welcome to you. How may I be of service? Where's Hildy? A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? Now that I think of it, I have heard tell of a foreigner who may be the man you seek. Begging your pardons, miss, but did you say you know Inspector Hildebrand? An acquaintance of yours, I presume. I do not know this name, only that he is here by invitation of Lord Edmont. Or so it is rumored. Surely, as a ward of House Fortemps, it would be a trifling matter to go and ask him at the manor. Core. I knew it was serendipity. To Fortemps Manor. I cannot wait for Hildebrand Stormblood. We haven't even made it through Hildebrand Evansward, and I am already rooting for Stormblood. To the last vigil. Gosh, I'm hoping so bad that Dissidia is not blocked for streaming. Ugh, that would be so disgustingly sad. I'd rig up away. Totally would rig up away. Even if I had to do it on the other channel. Well, Master Disciple, do you require assistance? Let me in. Aye, it is as you say. At this time, Lord Edmont is entertaining a foreign guest. Huzzah! We found the inspector! If I'm not mistaken, their meeting should be ending shortly. If you like, you may retire to the gazebo and wait for our guest to depart. A gazebo? Aren't those dangerous? Then again, you seem responsible. Not like to let a wild gazebo run amok. Very well. We humbly accept your offer. And if it wakes up, I'll have you there to protect me. She was so goofy. At least they've got what looks like hot tea, you know. It's pretty cool. That must be the Inspector Hildy. For some reason I think it's not. Let's hope so. I cannot well imagine how arduous your journey must have been. Truth be told, I found the brisk Corthan air to be rather invigorating. It stimulates body and mind both, a welcome benefit when one must discuss matters of commerce. I dare say we would not have accomplished so much otherwise. I bet this is Briarden. There you are, Inspector. I've been looking all over for you. This Godbert! I say, who do you see before me? Not one, but two of my beloved son's faithful companions. Lord Godbert! But I thought... Hildy in Ishgard. This is the first I've heard of it. Aha! I found you at last, heretic. Yes, you, the hulking brute with the mad gleam in his eye. You brazen heresy, this plain for all to see. Surrender yourself to the Inquisition at once. I beg your pardon. This man is an Uldan merchant, here at the behest of House Fortoms. Such baseless accusations will not be tolerated. A guest of House Fortoms? Then he couldn't possibly... Though there were those towards that they were acquitted of all charges in the trial by combat, and if he demands the right to, then I would personally have to... Oh dear. A thousand apologies, good sir. I spoke out of turn. I am Seer, and, as you may have guessed, I am an Inquisitor who has been charged with investigating reports of a rather suspicious, possibly heretical individual. Oh, a heretic, you say? One who bears a passing resemblance to me, Hildy. I, a man rather muscular, wearing dark garments, and acquitting himself in somewhat gentlemanly fashion, as some might say. This heretic sounds like the spitting image of Inspector Hildebrand. Could he be a fan? Say again, you're acquainted with such a man. I see, and the man you're looking for is Lord Godbert's son. It would seem that our investigations may be connected, so I put to you a proposal. The first reported sighting of the heretic I am tracking came from Falcon's Nest. Mayhap we should journey there together. It is, after all, possible that we are seeking the selfsame individual. If so, and if he is innocent, it would be for the best if you were present when I apprehend him, and we might resolve this matter without incident. I say we go with him, Tonberry. This looks to be our best lead yet. Then I shall accompany you all. It has been far too long since I laid eyes on my beloved son, and if there is a chance we might be reunited, I should be glad to seize it. Then it's settled. We shall leave for the Falcon's Nest at once. To Dragon's Nest. Oh, Falcon's Nest. My bad. Have dragons on the mind. Oh, it's like an hour away. 1 hour. Gosh, I hope those servers do not crash like crazy. Oh, Square. Please have your shit together. Redwald. It's been a while. Master Disciple. Are these your traveling companions? In a sense, kinda. The mysterious muscular vagabond. Ah, yes. A patrol sighted him lurking near dusk vigil. Thinking he might be a lost traveler, they called out to him, but rather than approach, he fled. Quite frankly, I'm surprised he bothered to come all this way. That sighting barely warranted a mention in my report. Aha! The unmistakable scent of heresy. Ah, terribly sorry. Old habit I picked up from my mentor. I know, I will not rush to judge as before. Still, much as I hope you find in your missing inspector, I must confess, some small desires that we instead unearth a lingering pocket of heresy. Of late, there have been virtually no confirmed instances of heretical misdeeds. It's gotten so bad that some are speculating our funding may be reduced, or worse, that the Inquisition operations might come under review. That is why alone, as my witness, I will find and bring a heretic to justice and prove that our order is still as valuable in these uncertain times. Yes, I understand you have your reasons, but whether or not this vagabond was a heretic remains to be seen. Still, if you are set upon your course, you might begin your search near the dusk vigil. An excellent suggestion, Sir Redwald. Should we succeed in our endeavor, rest assured that you will share in the glory. He does not care. You see those movements? Rewind it just a tad bit. The hunt continues onward to the dusk vigil. I am told that region is especially cold, so do not forget to dress appropriately for the weather. Looking at you, Godbert. There is so much of this area I never uncovered. To the northwest. Oh, whoa, it's way up there. So we will, I guess, book it. Damn, that's a long ass travel. But thank goodness we can just fly. I hope that Dissidia, I heard that they're adding a little bit of a story to the game. I hope that it's actually very apparent in a bigger part than from what it seems it's going to be. Mainly to the fact of its replayability for somebody like me who usually plays games for story impact. I'll still play Dissidia, I'll still pre-order Dissidia, I will still conduct every little thing that I possibly can to stream it, but there's just certain aspects of it. If it's just a fighting game, I mean, you could get about an hour and a half tops of gameplay of that, and then you've kind of seen it all. So hopefully they implement a story. I've read that there's supposed to be little hints of story along the way, but I'm really hoping for something just very, very apparent. I want something to come on strong. The gelato out there. There was a story for the PSP one. It was alright. Yeah, I remember reading about some of that story. I also read that this is supposed to have a tiny bit of a story, but it's... I'm just hoping it's really thick. Fury, take me, it's freezing. This is a waste of time. No living thing could survive this godforsaken wasteland. You don't know Hildebrand, sir. Or lady, I don't know. Person. Over there, look, someone's coming from the vigil. Inspector? Inspector, is that you? No, shoot, always goes. Nose first, right into danger. Ooh, it is! Not. Shit. As I live and breathe, of all the places to be reunited with Master Zomberman's compatriots. How fare you this fine evening? That's shitty zombie talk. Hark! A heretic raised from the dead by his brother's unholy magics. He's not a heretic, he's one of the gentle dead men. What brings you so far from Ul'dah, good sir? Well, as you know, ours is a rather lovely existence, so when we heard rumors of an abandoned fortress held by zombies, we were delighted. I was chose to serve as an emissary and set out immediately. Alas, it seems my efforts were for naught. Ah, truly. Every last one dead. That is to say, irrevocably dead. If I was necessary. Then so be it. Still, after coming all this way, it is more than a little disappointing, you understand. Then my calculations were wrong. The inspector didn't land in Korthus. Now, do not fret so. It is our overlord you seek, and then you are in luck. As the founder of the Gentle Dead Men, our fates and our Aether are inextricably entwined. In fact, I can feel it calling to me now. Truly, good sir, you can guide us to Inspector Hildebrand, as surely as my rotting nose can lead me to flesh brains. Follow me, my friends. Where did his jacket go? One must remain vigilant for heresy, for it can manifest in myriad ways. 'Tis a vile, insidious sickness, which must needs be buried out ere the infection takes hold. Surely zombification would qualify, yes? Confound it. They've left us behind. What is up, Drake Fury? I just love how the Inquisitor is freezing and you have Godbert in his underwear beside him. Good solo! What is up? Yeah, long time no see. I'm glad to have you around, no doubt. Very awesome. It's your look of utter confusion is one you know all too well. Who do they think they are? Commandeering this investigation and employing a zombie as a bloodhound. It beggars belief. We must regain control of the situation. With me, Tonberry, who do you think you are? went on vacations. So how have things been? They've been pretty good. We've made progress in all the games, nearing the end of Final Fantasy XII, completed the main storyline here for Final Fantasy XIV, just trying to ease up the line to get Final Fantasy XV undergo, and then after 15 it looks like Final Fantasy X is going to be on the roster of what's next. The menu, if you will. Hold a moment, my friends, I must needs concentrate. Master Zombiebrand is indeed nearby, but there is also something else, mayhap a powerful magic, confounding my senses. I can guide you no further. We must needs split up and search the area. Now see here, these wastes are infested with wild beasts, and you would have us split up? Tonberry can handle himself, true, and you've clearly no reason to fear death, but what of Mistress Nashu? Ah, take your meaning. My good zombie Tonberry, pray see to the lady's protection. Inquisitor, Seer, would you care to take the lead? Come on, you two, the inspector is out there somewhere. Quite a travel. What do they see? She's got her sights set. Look, Tonberry, that's got to be the inspector. Legs in the air? Oh yeah. And he's surrounded by giant fluffy man-shaped gazebos. Nay, milady, they're not mere gazebos. Note, their regal bearing. They are gentlemen gazebos. Fearsome yet facetious foes, who would surely tear me rotting limb from rotting limb. Only Tonberry can save Master Zombiebrand now. And that was just too perfect. Inspector, can you hear me? We've been looking all over for you. He is out cold. Oh, but this just won't do. We've got to get you out of here before you catch a cold. They're gonna rip him in half. In the worst way. Up and at him, everyone is waiting for you. Forgive me. If I pull any harder, my arms are like to tear. Ah, there you are. We heard shouting. Have you perchance found something? Fury, take me. Is that my heretic? Confound it. I wanted him alive. Inspector Hildebrand is definitely not a heretic, and he's probably not dead in there either. He's just hibernating, like last time. Hildy was a late riser. Fear not, my wife and I had our ways of waking him. Hildebrand? Manderville? Right this instant. Wake up, get up. And he's awake. That face. He has the best faces. What is up, Kevin? Gonna play the closed beta ton? I hope so. I have it downloaded. I'm just hoping that, mainly, that it's streamable. But yeah, I'm gonna play it. Definitely stoked. Less than an hour left, and he's right back in the ground. Even further this time. Was it the Manderville meteor strike or the Manderville meteor dive? Bah, maybe Jillian was right. Trying to name everything only leads to needless confusion. One more time then. Out you go. Phoebe! Splendid. Suplexed Lord. Colbert. The dance. Only a true Manderville man. Where am I? The snowy wastelands of Corthus. And who are these people I see before me? Ah, but of course, who else would venture into the inhospitable climes and wake me from slumber sweet but my beloved fans? Why do I feel as though I've stepped through a portal into an alternate reality unbound by the laws of logic? Yeah, you know, nutshell stuff. What is that? A mammoth? Where did it come from? Oh, that. When my father drove me into the earth, I found it buried beneath the snow. A little Lullafellan girl? How adorable. Nashu, please. Note the firm, muscular legs. Not unlike my own, 'tis clearly a Lullafellan boy. Now that you mention it, I suppose his features are rather masculine. You two cannot possibly be serious. I am the very soul of seriousness, good sir, especially in matters of deduction. This is undoubtedly a young boy who, much like myself, fell into a deep slumber upon being buried beneath the snow. Now, let us gently wake him and ascertain his identity. Hammer to the head. Gentle. There, that ought to do it. G. What is this place? Who am I? What the hell? Oh, those faces. Hildebrand, you're the man. I can't believe it's Vivi. They may have them going under a different name, but I don't care. This is Vivi. That's so awesome. So awesome. It's about 9.9 gigs, so kind of huge. Yeah, I've already got it downloaded. I downloaded it probably about 2 o'clock today. It would seem that although Father's ungentle ministration served to restore this young boy to life, they also robbed him of his memory. How did I get here? Who am I? Why can I not remember? Do not worry, young man. Everything will be alright. Take it from me, I have lost my memory more times than I can even remember. Then can you help me to remember? Hearken to me now. I, Hildebrand, Ancient of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby swear to solve the mystery of this Amsnick hobbledehoy. Wonderful, wonderful. I'll get started on a batch of nauseous delights. Ah, effective as your explosives were in the past, I suspect that young Gigi lacks the hardy constitution required to survive such an approach. Gigi, is that my name? When you woke up, you were muttering G, 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 G. I suspect the phrase may hold some significance for you. So, until such time as we learn your real name, I say, why not adopt it a playful moniker? But that's just a sound all mammoths make. But what kind of imbecile goes and names a mammoth Gigi anyway? Gigi. I like this name. Thank you, kind sir, but how will this new name help me to remember who I am? Patience, Gigi. This is only the beginning. Next, we will return to the city and see if we cannot find any who know who you are. Come on. Oh, it even does the hat thing! Vivu would be also an amazing character that they could add to the roster of Dissidia characters. Now that I know our overlord is safe and sound, I too must take my leave of you and return to my brothers. I dare say, rigor mortis will set in, and if I remain here any longer, bound for Thonalon, then allow me to accompany you. Jelaine will give me no end of trouble if I keep her waiting much longer, though perhaps she will forgive me once I tell her of Hildy's return. This is rather a lot to digest, though you have the look of one accustomed to such happenings. In any case, regardless, Mistress Nashu, protestations of the Inspector will not be granted access to the capital until we can confirm that he is not a heretic. You have my word that he will be treated fairly. Julian again, maybe? Back to Foundation. The Holy See of Vichgard. Foundation. Fury take me. That man. Tonberry. I suppose you have heard the news, then, that Inspector Hildebrand was cleared of all suspicion and judged to be no more than an eccentric curiosity. If you're looking for him, good luck. I wanted to thank him for his cooperation, but as soon as the Temple Knights released him, he and his assistant ran off to God knows where with that mammoth in tow. As for my investigation, in spite of all the twists and turns, I managed to salvage a satisfactory result. As far as the Inquisition is concerned, the suspicious vagabond was not more than a zombie which wandered away from the Dusk Vigil sickness, which has since been purged. So, it would seem that all is right with the world once more. For now, I have no doubt that the inspector will turn up again like a bad gill. How do you have bad gill? And when he does, trouble is sure to follow. GG. Hildy. No other inspector like him. And everybody, it's 11:23. Was gonna play for just a tad bit longer, but this looks like a really good stopping point for the night. So I'm gonna go ahead and end things here with Final Fantasy XIV. I'm gonna go ahead and take a few moments to kind of cooperate myself into getting ready for Dissidia. They probably don't put Vava in Dissidia because they have Shanto. And since they are both very different characters, having two small mages would be quite redundant. I mean, I agree, but at the same sense, most of the characters' templates aren't that different, per se. You know, if you compare, let's say, Firion and the Warrior of Lot, two very similar characters. Along with, again, another really, really good example would be, let's say, playstyles of Squall. Squall? Well, more so Vaughn and... yeah, Vaughn and Zidane. Those two characters, I assume, would play out very similar as well. So having multiple black mages, I really wouldn't see too big of as a problem. Although we do have Y'shtola as a caster as well. But... no doubt, everybody, it is definitely time for me to pull back out of here. We didn't actually get any dailies done today. We'll jump into more of those tomorrow. And if you would like to see these Hildebrand quests play out to the end, I plan on getting them finished this weekend. There's only a few more left. Be sure to subscribe. We're going to be jumping back into Final Fantasy XII tomorrow. And feel free to leave a comment if you want. I've been debating on doing the Chocobo Moogle Carnival event on Final Fantasy XV. I did not actually stream that the first time it was around. It was actually happening before I ever decided to start streaming any games. But I'm trying to obtain the Dream Egg. So I kind of started it today. Plan on restarting it tomorrow because I just dabbled to see what it was like today. I plan on doing that to get the Dream Egg. That way we can be ready for the Assassin's Festival coming August 31st for Final Fantasy XV. And I'm in strong debate on streaming it. And it's just something I'm working on the sideline. So if you would like to see that, feel free to leave a comment on here tonight. And I'll definitely review that, take that into thought. And anybody that votes, even if it's just one person say, yeah, go for it, I'll do it. But... you know, if it's something that you've all seen like a million times over, which I'm sure you have, which is why the question came upon me to ask you all anyway, then feel free to not do anything. But, no doubt, everybody, I thank you all so much for watching. It was a lot of fun, and again, we will be returning with Final Fantasy XII tomorrow. I plan on beating it tomorrow. Well, we're actually already in Faros. We're going to be grinding just a tad bit to get some levels up. Not too much though. The biggest goal is to play it till the end, and we're basically there. So there's that on the menu for the weekend. And here in about 30 minutes, a little bit more than 30 minutes actually, we will be having the Dissidia event actually hitting North America and, well, worldwide per se. I know that's the UK, North America, parts of Japan. So if you want to be a part of that, or you would like to see part of that, you know, you can always feel free to add me on the PlayStation Network. No shit. There is the PlayStation Network code right there. Just pause it, type that in, add friend, whatevs. I will not be doing party chat. I don't do party chat. It just kind of clutters up everything. But if you would still like to be, you know, part of things, feel free to go ahead and add. But, like I said, 30 minutes. And we will be jumping into Dissidia. So until then, everybody, thank you all for watching again. Rosaline, it has been very, very awesome having you around today. And thank you for coming in here and being part of the chat. It's really cool, really, really cool. And Kevin, today was today was my birthday. Actually, 33 minutes left of the birthday. And but I thank you all for watching. Rosaline, Kevin, Mill, Drake Fury, Gonzalo, glad that you could make it, Gonzalo. It had been a while. And Red, it has been very awesome. Karumi, glad that you can make it. Jay Green, everybody, I am so glad that you could all make it. Happy birthday. Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you. Why you no tell me? Oh, you know, I've said it once or twice. I kind of kept it subtle. I don't really ever make a big deal out of my birthday. It's just another day to me. But no doubt, I thank you all for the birthday wishes. It is pretty awesome. Birthday song for you. I'll play it. I'll play it right after all of this. But no doubt, I thank you all. Oh, you know what? It's the end. Let's play it now. Birthday song for Miku. Rin, Lin, Luca, Miku, Kato. Didn't expect it. Should have expected it. Didn't expect it. But no doubt, everybody, have a great night, and maybe I'll get to see you all in Dissidia. Thank you all so much for the birthday wishes, and if you can't actually make anything else tonight, good night to you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out of here, everybody. Take it easy. Have a great one. See you soon.